collection we're going to look at now is our Love and Luxury, and this one I'm going to do, this first project I'm going to do is using a lot of the dies that we used as additional dies for the show, and one of the ones that was so popular was our foundation lace ribbon. So this is our foundation lace ribbon, and you'll see there are so many beautiful sort of pelmet dies on here, or ribbon dies as we call them. So some have got all the deep fancy edge detail, and then you've got some with the plain detail, so they just nest one inside each other. See if mine don't fall apart when I open it out. You can see they all nest one inside each other. Now I'm going to make a card shape. I was inspired by a card that I saw on the show to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two of my dies, so they're two consecutive sizes, and I've got a piece of card that I've scored. Now I'm going to pop the largest die on the inside of here so that this end hangs over that score line, and I'm just going to tape that down. So what we want to do is, again, we've been doing this before, we want to do a partial cut. So I'm going to pop this onto my mat, and I'm just going to tape this down like that. And then I can pick this one up. I'm going to turn this over. Now, I don't want to cut beyond this line. So can you see on here? Otherwise it's going to cut it off. So let's make sure that's nice and straight. And then I can pop my plate. Can you see this bit of the die is not under the plate? So this will cut up. Right, let's make sure I've not got that line down straight. So let's try again. Let's pick up that tape. Let's put that on straighter. There we go. Then we can put the magnetic shim over like that. There we are. And then we can put this plate over. There, much better. And now we can run that through our die cutting machine. So what that's going to do is it's going to cut the ribbon into lengthways into what is the back of the card. And then we're going to do exactly the same, and we're going to cut this ribbon into the front of the card, and I'll show you how I've done that. So, oh, I should have put some cut tidy on, but never mind. We can always double cut if we need to. So there we go. So we've got that like that. So this is going to cut out. Oh no, it's cut perfectly. There we go. So take that off, and you can see, oh, that's cut beautifully. Let's just get my scissors, and I'm going to cut that away from there. And then I'm going to come down here and cut that away. So can you see? We've got our card base with that on the back. Now we're going to do exactly the same with that one on the front. And again, we need to make sure it hangs over the edge. Can you see, just like that? So we don't want that. And I've got one that I've already done to save you watching me die cut again. So you can see that one's been cut there. We've got the large one at the bottom just there. So that when we open up the card, we've got our ribbon dies going in two directions. So let's move those out of the way. And what we need to do now is we need to decorate it. And I've just cut, before doing this, lots of pieces from the collection. So I have got now, do I need to trim this one down? Or is it going over that edge? No, it's not. So we've got the first one of the matte layers, and that's going on here. Now remember that this is on the inside, so you can't really add too much height, otherwise your card might not fold shut. So just be careful where you do start to add height. So I'm going to add one here. So this is the next size pelmet. So this is the same size ribbon as I've cut out there. We're now adding into here. And again, we're coming in. Now I have added quite a narrow foam tape onto this one. But if you look, once I put this onto the card, it's quite a way away from that bend. So it will actually work quite nicely. So we can then pop that on there. I love how they just all matte and layer perfectly together. And then I've got a nice white one to finish. There we go. Missing out a layer, so we can just do that. So now, if you look on this one, we've got beautiful detail on this side, but we've got nothing down the side. So I'm going to pop a solid one just on there. So let's just pop a little bit of glue. Now this is a card shape that you would never even contemplate or think about without dies. Your dies make it perfect. So we can pop that on just there. Oops, trying to make it line up. Well, oh, I've gone too far, that's why. There we go. I was thinking it wouldn't line up. I wasn't anywhere close. There we go. Line that up to there. There, that's perfect. Have I run out at the top? I think I have. There we go. There. Oh, how about that? So look at this. Can you see? Beautiful card shape. Something really a bit different, but it's still going to stand up lovely. Oh, if it wasn't on a glass mat, it would still stand up lovely and firm. So we can then go in with our mats and layers. So we're following the same colour pattern, just coming through here. And there, so we've got the pink, then we've got the beige, but remember if you look, everything on this bit is one size down from there, so we're a layer lower till we get to that one. And then this one, again, foam tape on the same layer, so it all matches. And that's going to go just there. That one's going to go on to there. Now we're going to step slightly away and I'm going to put extra details on the front, just because it's the front, so we can really go to town. One on there. Then I've got a white one and I'm going to come in again with foam tape, really lifting it up and adding that detail. So pop that one on. How beautiful is this? Really making the most of that ribbon dye. And look at this, I've even got a lovely place all the way down there just to be adding my glue. Use your tweezers if it helps. And there you go, look at that. That is so pretty, so much detail. Now, I have got a sentiment, again, from the collection. And I actually stamped these out because it's the set of stamps that go with it, and then I cut them out with my scan and cut because it just makes for a much easier life. And then I've got my Swift Sprig and my Vintage Peony Corner. So I've got both of those dies, and as it shows you on here, both of them come with Charisma. So I've popped those and I've cut those out, and I've got these cut out just here. So we can come up the front with these, just like this, or we could come across on here. It's entirely up to you, but I think this bit would be a nice bit to leave quite plain for now. So we can pop these on here. So let's just grab a little bit of a ball tool shaping. Now, can you see these are double-sided Charisma images for these, which is absolutely perfect. So it means that everything looks totally finished properly. You know, it just really, you don't get any white bits showing from the back when you start to shape your leaves. What else have I got? I've got quite a few little bits here. So we can just shape these. And the Charisma for these is, as I said, is available as a free download. So make sure that if you have got these dies, you've downloaded the Charisma that goes with them. So now we've got this, let's have a look at where we're going to pop these. So I've got my tweezers and I've got my die cuts. We can pop, let's put one down there. Might have to lift it up when I put the next one in, but it'll be fine. So I need some glue under there, but I'm going to put that on in a minute. Let's put that one, then coming in with the next one. The great thing is I could actually go the other way because it's double-sided Charisma. If I wanted to, I could really build it up. Now, do I want to come down here or do I want to come, I think I want to come up that way. So let's go, I'm going to put that underneath. So we've got that. So once I get that there, I think I'm going to trim that one off. But I'm not going to waste it. I'm just going to get it and then pop it under there. And then I'm just going to get these Swift Sprigs. So they're called Swift because, I'll show you in a minute, it's one die that cuts all of these out. Let me show you. I've got it here to show you. Look at that. Swift relates to the technology we use. So you can see in there we've got all of the die cuts, but it's all in one piece of metal, so you're not dropping bits and losing bits. Believe you me, as somebody that lost one of my alphabet dies in the last few days in my craft room when it bounced off my cutting plate, and do I know where it is? Do I heck? it's gone into a box and I cannot find it. And I'm really quite annoyed because it was an E and I needed it and I couldn't find it. So I do like swift dies. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these in and around here to build this up and just to add even more volume and depth. So you can just keep lifting, and I want that one on top. So let's put that down now. There we go. It's really good to be able to intertwine them and, you know, mix and match them around. So we can go and there, and then, is that going to work? Let's pop that onto there, and then a couple more leaves. And I'm going to pop that one just there. Now, I've got my sentiment. I could put my sentiment on here, but it's not got the matte layer. So I think I'm going to pop my sentiment, I'm going to put it there in the middle of those. Do you know what? I don't always know. I know I want it, but I don't always know where it's going to go until I've finished. Now, if you wanted to, you could carry on your die cuts across here, or you could use that. Let me just make sure everything's popped down. Oh, I've got a bow. Would that look nice on there? I don't think I need a bow. I was going to put a bow on. I don't think I need it. I've got enough detail on there. Look at that. So we've used 2 of our ribbons to make this beautiful shaped card.